handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh.
Good evening and welcome to Burleson Family Field on the campus of Brown University, and it is a Ocean State FNL Thanksgiving special as the Moses Brown Quaker state champs take on the St. Ray's Academy state champs as well. Matt Gillis alongside Cam Martin. Cam, welcome back, my friend. It's been a moment.
Yeah, glad to be back. I'm glad to join you for this great matchup we have on our hands.
Two teams come in, both hoisting state championships.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great matchup tonight. I'm expecting some good defense, good offense, and a whole lot more.
We will see how this one stacks up. Of course, star players across the board for both sides, and especially on the Moses Brown side of the ball. We're going to take a look at Miles Craddock, the running back, 1,478 yards rushing on the season, 1,793 all-purpose yards, and 22 2 touchdowns. That is just an insane number in high school to see. And then on the flip side of it, Moses Muse, what did Moses Muse not do this year? He basically put up 500-plus yards, rushing 1,000 yards total and 9 touchdowns, but did so much more in the backfield as well. Just the kind of like all-around player for this Saints side. And we're going to see who gets to go home with a little bit of bragging rights. It's Pawtucket versus Providence. It's D2 versus D3 as they are getting the coin toss on the field. Moses Brown has won the toss and deferred to the second half. So St. Ray's will likely receive the ball. And St. Ray's will receive, and they'll go right to left on your broadcast screen. As the Moses Brown Quakers are on the sideline, and now the St. Ray's Saints enter the field. This is Burleson Family Field. It's normally the football practice field. They also play men's lacrosse games on this field at the time. Stevenson-Pincy Stadium is directly behind us, and we're going to pause for the national anthem. Moses Brown Quakers in the all blue this evening. St. Ray's Saints in the gold pants with the white jerseys and purple shoulders. And we'll put 12 minutes on the clock and play some Turkey Day before football. Can't say Turkey Day football.
No.
Thanksgiving Eve football. We'll put it.
I mean, can you ask for anything better than Thanksgiving Eve football and then waking up tomorrow and having even more football on your plate?
That is true. There will be even more football tomorrow right here on Fans Only Sports Network. A trio of games at 10 a.m. will be at Pierce Memorial Stadium. East Providence against LaSalle, West Warwick and Coventry from West Warwick, and the 49th annual Cranston East Cranston West game from Stebbins Field at Cranston Stadium tomorrow. All those games 10 a.m. Eastern time right here on Fans Only Sports Network. You can go to Fans Only Sports. It's fansonly.sportz.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you have at FOSPORTZ. Moses Brown to kick off. St. Ray's will receive with Aaron Julius back deep alongside the 6 of Damian Ocampo. And a couple of treats to come later in the broadcast. We'll show you all of those as the 17 of Henry Below gets set.
Let's play some football.
Kick is a line drive that will go to Julius, and we're underway. as Julius makes a little bit of a juke move and will go down at the 28-yard line and will set 1st and 10. Talking about a couple of little treats, here's one for you as you take a look at our brand new Precision Home Lending end zone camera down from the far side of the field as you take a look at the main feed right where we are at the 50-yard line.
It's a nice treat, isn't it? Right before Thanksgiving.
Right before Thanksgiving. Nice little treat. Couple of little ads into the broadcast. 1st and 10 for the Saints. Snapping a handoff in the backfield and bumbling through. It's the 44 of Chris Molina. And he gets a huge run, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, great job going through that hole right there, just breaking tackles and just keep marching.
I'm going to say Ian Wolf. I'm thinking of a completely different quarterback, Daniel Wolf. This is the quarterback for the St. Ray Saints. And we go here on the second play of the game, 1st and 10, as it's right in the hands of Moses Muse. And Muse can't hold on to it, and it's going to make 2nd down.
Tough break right there. He had it right there and just couldn't get a handle on it.
Total dart that was sent right into the midst of Muse, and he couldn't hold on to it. So 2nd and 10 as a lineup split backfield. Snap handoff to Muse. Muse is going to go end around. There goes Moses Muse. And he's got this one all the way across midfield down to the 36, 37-yard line and a 1st and 10.
Yeah, as you were talking pregame, he's been doing everything. And that shows it right there just with that big run.
So 2 big runs from the backfield, one from Muse, one from Molina, and 2 1st down pickups on those runs. And the Saints are in Quakers territory. Pass to the outside, McCann Carter, and McCann Carter gains about 2 on that play. And it'll set a 2nd down, and we'll call it 8.
Yeah, quick little wide receiver screen out to the left side. Just try and get some quick yardage.
Ethan McCann Carter had a phenomenal second half for the Saints and was able to get them that state championship that they so wanted. And Ethan McCann Carter was the Ocean State FNL Impact Player of the Game for the state championship game.
Rightfully so.
Muse calling off a play as Wolf and Muse look to the sideline along with Molina. They're going to have to go quickly here. Muse in motion on the play action fake. It goes to Muse up the middle, and Muse picks up about 4 on the play. It's going to set a manageable 3rd and about 3. Nine and change left to go here in a moving first quarter. We thank you so much for tuning in on Fans Only Sports Network. One of 2 games that we are at on this Thanksgiving Eve. Connolly Stadium, the Providence City Cup All-Star game underway as Molina from the backfield gets bottled up right at the 30. He'll go down, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, great stop right there by Moses Brown.
Got a yard on the play. 4th and 2 as Craddock, who was phenomenal on offense, made the stop on defense. And once we see Moses Brown get the ball, we'll see that Miles Craddock splash. Wolf, back to pass, threw one right through the hands. Looking for it was the 5 of Colin Fonseca. He couldn't get it. It's going to be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 to the Quakers, and we'll see the Quakers offense for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that was a smart move by St. Ray's right there, trying to go for a quick pass, even after going back-to-back runs, just trying trying to mix up something, throw them off guard. Just didn't go their way.
So we get the Moses Brown offense for the first time this evening. Luke Picaro alongside Miles Craddock. Picaro takes a snap, looking, firing, incomplete as he tried to go quick throw to catcher Dobrin. And you see Muse and Ocampo alongside Molina as well, right there in the midst of things on defense as well, too. Those gentlemen do not take a break very often. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Snap. Throwing one outside, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Scott Pilardi, the cornerback for the Saints.
Mixed it up, went zone coverage, and he just barely drops that pass. Oh.
Pilardi will want that one back for sure. It was in and out of his hands, right off his chest plate. And Picaro and the Quakers offense are going to have to dial up something special here after 2 incomplete passes. 3rd and 10. Snap to Picaro. Looking, scrambling out of the pocket. Picaro's chase. He's going to get sacked. No, the ball's out. It's going to be Saints ball.
What a change of events right there. Holy.
Are they going to say he was down by contact before the ball came out and it's going to be 4th down, but it's going to be a huge sack anyway, and the Quakers will punt. So they're not going to give the turnover. They're going to say Picaro was down before the ball came out. They'll place the ball at about the 16-yard line. And McCann, Carter, and Ocampo back to receive the punt. It's a line drive, bounding end over end as it hits the turf. We'll take a Quakers roll and we'll settle at the 43-yard line, and we'll get 1st and 10 for the Saints from that 43. Ocean State FNL Thanksgiving Special is brought to you by Precision Home Lending, the LaPointe Insurance Agency, Remax the Alba Group, Michael Lima, attorney at law, by Batola Italian Restaurant, Perino Properties, buy a home you'll love, and by RREliteRecruits.com. So second opportunity for the Saints as we go 1st and 10. And a pass to McCann, Carter right to midfield, and he will catch that one. It'll be good for 7 on the play, and it's going to set a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, great job right there. Finding the open space on that wide receiver, like, call route, and just made a great throw.
So 8 on the play for 2nd and 2. Wolf, split backfield. Handoff to Muse. Muse on the end around Moses. Muse jumping a couple of people, and he's going to be hauled down at the 25. And a huge 1st and 10 for the Saints.
There's those big plays that we talked about earlier. Muse, what a great run.
So Moses Muse showing why he's one of the best players, not just on the St. Ray's team, but in the state of Rhode Island overall. Wolf looking, faking. That one was tipped at the line, will be incomplete. Off of McCann Carter. This is, oh, I don't think, yeah. 8. No, this is from an earlier game. I'm just reusing it. So 2nd and 10. As Wolf sends that one. And barreling up the middle. This time, looked to be the 22 of Aaron Julius. And it was Julius who gets the run, and it sets up a manageable 3rd and 5. Outside pass caught by Ocampo, running to the end zone. Is he in? No signal for the referees. Yes, he is. Touchdown.
What a run in by Ocampo right there. Wow.
So Ocampo hits the first 6 of the game. And they're going to line this one up for the point after, and it's Mark Farragus to attempt the point after. And the kick is no good. So St. Ray's put 6 on the board. So 6-0. And we saw one Moses Brown offensive possession that really didn't go much of anywhere. 2 St. Ray's possessions that really were more dominated by the run than the pass game so far.
Yeah, and even you mentioned pregame that their run game is just so good this year, and we see it in full force right here tonight. I mean, they're getting at least 5 yards, 4 to 5 yards a run.
Yeah, whether it's in the hands of Moses Muse, whether it's Aaron Julius, or even with Chris Molina, and we've seen plenty of good opportunity for them to get that 5-6 yards per chunk. So Jonah Costa will handle the kickoff duties, and Costa booms one down the field. That'll be caught at the 10-yard line and brought all the way back to the 30 smartly by Henry Below.
Good return right there, following your blockers and just trying to find the open space.
So a 1st and 10 for the Quakers. They'll set from the 28-yard line, and their 2nd offensive possession of the game. Six nothing after the touchdown and then the missed extra point. Snap, and getting tripped at the line after the snap from Picaro was Craddock.
Yeah, Moses Brown is looking to bounce back after that tough 3-and-out that we saw earlier on that, and almost a fumble going the other way.
Miles Craddock, the season that he had for the Quakers, an undefeated regular season, undefeated playoffs, obviously, as they went and captured the state championship. 3:35 left to go here in the first. Picaro takes a snap, handoff to Craddock. This time Craddock gets through the line. He'll pick up about 4 on the play, and it's going to set a 3rd and 5.
Moses Brown really leaning on those runs up the middle. I'd like to see a little bit more of those stretch runs out to the outside and just bounce out and get a couple more yards.
So here we go for 3rd and 5 as Craddock will line up in the backfield next to Picaro.
St. Ray's laying off here.
Picaro drops back. They went around the opposite side and almost had him as it's incomplete to catcher Dobrin, but sneaking around the backside was Ian Bing.
That was a good little crosser route by Bing right there over the middle. He just couldn't get a better handle on it. Tough break.
Bing almost got Picaro on the backside and took him down. He forced that throw. And 4th down. Booming punt will be waived fair catch and will be settled at the 35-yard line. And we'll go 1st and 10 for the Saints from the 35 with 3:55 left to play here in the first. I don't know about you, my friend, but I'm looking forward to cranberry sauce tomorrow.
Nah, stuffing for me.
All right. I don't know where that started for me, but somehow, some way, cranberry sauce has become my favorite dish of the table. I will literally go for like 3 helpings of that stuff.
Oh.
Especially if it's like the fresh whole berry cranberry sauce, not like the jellied one where you still see the imprint of the can on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for me, it's stuff it. If you have a good stuffings and mashed potatoes,
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy with your meal.
I can go with you on that one. Oh, right across is Ethan McCann-Carter. McCann-Carter off to the races. McCann-Carter touchdown.
Carter's going to be eating nice for Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. Ethan McCann-Carter just jacked that one out of the air and took it to the house. Absolutely ridiculous. And Wolf laser beamed that one to McCann-Carter.
I was about to say, let's not underappreciate the throw by Wolf. What a throw.
So now we go with another point after attempt. And this one's going to be up, and this one's through and good. And it's 13-0 to the Saints early on here in this first quarter of action. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ocean State FNL Thanksgiving Special on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
As we welcome you back, 13-0 to the Saints after the Ethan McCann-Carter touchdown. And a chance for Moses Brown to try to get something on the board. I almost hate to say, does this show a difference of division, but we'll see as that one pops up on a short kick and is immediately brought down. Parker Kroll just snagged that one at the 36 as it popped up off the turf. And we'll start 1st and 10 Quakers from the 36.
Yeah, Moses Brown needs a shift in momentum right here. I mean, let's just go over the last four drives total. It's gone 3 and out, touchdown, 3 and out, touchdown.
Yeah,
they need something here.
Gotta change that if you're the Quakers, because every single time you go 3 and out, the Saints have answered with a touchdown. You do that the rest of the game, and this thing's gonna look ugly by the time we reach the end of the fourth quarter. We're still here in the first, 13-0, and a 1st and 10 for the Quakers. Picaro to Craddock. There goes Miles Craddock. And Craddock across midfield for a first down.
There we go. That's what you need if you're a Moses Brown fan right now. Great run.
Miles Craddock from the 36-yard line to the 47-yard line and a first down.
Yeah, setting up 3 tight ends right there in a jumbo set and just running it.
So 1st and 10 for the Quakers from the opposite side of the field for the first time tonight. As Picard takes a snap, play action, fake to Craddock, goes way out, going up over top, and the flag comes out. They were looking for below, and falling over top of him was Lil John, and I'm not entirely sure I really appreciate that call. It looked like there was separation between the two. They're going to call pass interference on the defense. And it's going to be 15 from the line of scrimmage because it was an incomplete pass. But it's going to give them a 1st and 10, and they're going to get 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and I felt like that was a 50-50 call, but I think you had to give it to him right there in that situation.
So Quakers in position. 1st and 10 from the 32. 2 and change left to go here in the quarter.
12 personnel here.
Picaro rolling, still rolling, throwing off his back foot, and that one's incomplete. Intended for Blue again as he was going across the middle and chasing Picaro on the backside was the big 66 of Kamari Brown.
Yeah, good little designed play action end around, or not end around, I should say moving pocket, and just couldn't find an open man.
More like busted pocket.
Yeah.
That pocket was leaking and Picaro had to run. So here we go. 2nd down. As Picaro tries to trail back again. Craddock's going to snag that one as Picaro was getting chased by Bing, and he's going to make positive yardage out of it as he gets forward and sets about a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, good play call by Moses Brown's coordinator right there, just designing a halfback screen while St. Ray's is designing a blitz.
So 2 and change left to go here in the first, and the Quakers moving the ball for the first time this evening. Picaro, Craddock split to his side, takes the snap, looks, fires, caught, and it will be just shy. Or no, it's good enough. He got the stick. He got the stick for a first down. Thought he was going to be about a yard shy. He actually got to the 20. Needed to gain the 21. And actually got to the 20, so 1st and 10. Craddock. Bounces off the line, goes through, continues to push. We'll get down to about the 11.
Good run right there.
And they'll give him 6 on the play. And it sets about a 2nd and 3. Honestly, because of the chains being on the far side of the field, and we're so low down in this stadium, I honestly feel like this is like the Holy Cross game at Polar Park, and I had no clue what the down and distance was at any point during that game because we were completely off angle of the field. We were guessing half of the time during that game. Absolutely blew out Bucknell, though. Getting sacked in the backfield is Picaro as he was chased all the way back there by Ian Bing.
Yeah, Picaro's got to stop looking for an option right there when you have Bing, chasing after you. Just throw it out of bounds at that point.
This is likely going to take us to the end of the first quarter, as there's not really a need for them to run another play. We'll hit zeros. It's been all Saints from the open, 13-0 after one period of play. We'll keep you partially right here so you can see what's going on, and we're going to take you to commercial. You're watching Ocean State FNL, a Thanksgiving special on Fans Only Sports Network. As we welcome you back and begin the second quarter of play here on Fans Only Sports Network, a 3rd down and long after the sack. And they throw that one up to Craddock. He's got it. Craddock to the house, touchdown. There is a flag down on the field back at the 35-yard line. And holding on the Quakers will bring it back.
And that was such a good throw by Craddock there, off his back foot, throwing to a
you got it reversed. Picaro throwing to Craddock.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
I know where you were going with that. You got your players mixed. The Picaro, a beautiful throw, but unfortunately the holding in the backfield brings it to 3rd and super long as they're back at the 45-yard line now. They have to get to the 10-yard line. So you're now at 3rd and 25, 35?
Yep.
35, geez. 3rd and 35. They have to gain the 10. The 20 is the original line of scrimmage. Slant pass off to Villet, and he's out of bounds.
Good little quick play right there by Moses Brown. Just getting some yardage. Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
So 4th down for the Quakers as they sit at the 34-yard line, so 4th and about 24.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, there's Philadelphia Eagles fans who will remember 4th and 24 in the playoffs and McNabb to Freddie Mitchell. I don't know if we've got that on the field right now. There's definitely a lot of talent on this field, but I don't know if you've got McNabb and Freddie Mitchell on this field right now. Picaro drops back, looks, he will get sacked back at the 45, and it's the big 66 of Kamari Brown.
Yeah, great stop right there by the Rays defense. Just getting a little bit yardage right there for their offense and just trying to keep the momentum going.
A turnover on downs will set it 1st and 10 from the 44 for the Saints as they lead 13-0 here in the second quarter.
And the Rays looking to keep their scoring streak alive right here, going back to back to back.
As St. Ray's has scored just about every time they've touched the ball tonight. To Muse, just shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and about 2 as Wolf, again, another laser beam.
Muse doing everything tonight, running and catching now.
Moses Muse, of course, this is his last game in a Saints uniform. A talented senior. It's going to kind of be weird calling it a St. Ray's game next year and not calling Moses Muse's name. I feel like McCann Carter gone, Littlejohn, Pallardy, Fonseca, Muse, all
graduating
seniors on this St. Ray's team. They lose a yard on that play as they try to go bunch up the middle, and it sets 3rd and 4. They do get Daniel Wolf back at quarterback. He's just a junior. Ian Bing's only a sophomore. Ken Jacques, who we've seen at times get platooned in, is a junior. He'll come back. Aaron Julius is a junior. So you do have a lot of talented players who are going to be back next year. As that pass is incomplete and will set up 4th down. Talking a lot about the offensive side of the ball, go to the defensive side of the ball. Kamari Brown, whose name we've called a bunch of times tonight already, is a junior.
Yeah, he's been doing great for them tonight.
So 4th and 4, 9:15 left to go here in the first half. And the Saints staring down possibly going a drive without scoring in this game. Julius in the backfield. Mose out to the side. Man in motion goes. Snap to Wolf. Throws across and trying to grab one was the 17 of Connor Curran, and he couldn't hold on to it. And a turnover on downs gives 1st and 10 to the Quakers, and that's the first time the Quakers defense has stopped the Saints offense this evening.
Yeah, it was a good play design right there, sending the wide receiver across, try to create a distraction and throw it to the same side. Just didn't work out for them.
So Craddock, Picaro, and the Quakers offense will go back to work. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Picaro takes the snap, rolls back, pocket collapses on Picaro again. Ian Bing. Loss of 6 on the play.
And that's been a big difference tonight between Moses Brown and St. Ray's is their pass protection. I mean, St. Ray's has had a pretty clean pocket tonight. Meanwhile, Moses Brown has been scrambling all night.
Yeah, Wolf has had all day to throw. He's just been a little off of communication with some of his receivers. On the opposite side, Picaro has had absolutely no time to throw. They go handoff to Craddock. Craddock gets back just a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage before he's stood up by Curran. And it's going to set third down in about 12. Ocean State FNL on Fans Only Sports Network. A Thanksgiving special here from Burleson Family Fields on the campus of Brown University. The football practice facility for the Brown Bears. Stevenson Pinsey Stadium, which is the soccer lacrosse stadium directly behind our broadcast position. Baseball, softball, field hockey to our right as that one goes through the air and intended for Massimo Villay. Will bring up a fourth down. And they will send Craddock back to punt. And it will be McCann, Carter, and Ocampo on the opposite side. Will go ahead and receive this one. Big punt high will be caught by Ocampo at the 20. Damian Ocampo reverses field, dancing through, and will get to the 25 before he's hauled down. Ocampo ran about 20 yards to gain 5.
Little Devin Hester, little switch around right there.
So 1st and 10 for the Saints from the 25. With 7 left to go. Snap and a handoff to Moses Muse, and Muse barrels forward for 12 yards. We'll get a first down out of it. 1st and 10 to 1st and 10.
Yeah, great little run right there, right up the middle. Just let him go to work. Let him go to work.
That is what Moses Muse does. He will just put his head down and go, and you saw that as he bounced off of a couple of Quakers defenders and still continue to gain yardage. Picking up 12 on the play, and it's those yak yards that we talk about so many times. As that one gets carried off the edge. As Wolf gave that one. And Chris Molina with a little carry. Oh, my apologies. That might have actually been the 14 of Ken Jacques. Little decoy there.
Mixed it up on you.
They did. They mixed it up on me. They put Ken Jacques in at that spot where they sometimes put Molina. Here's pass time over top and right off of the fingertips of Ocampo.
That was a great play right there, and it just barely gets out of his reach. Ugh, brutal.
3rd and 8 coming up off of the fingertips of Damian Ocampo. And Ocampo slaps his helmet as he comes to the sideline, knowing that he had it. And the young sophomore wide receiver will want that one back. Running back free safety slots out wide sometimes into the receiver position, and has certainly been beneficial. That one's going to go off the fingertips and incomplete as Nasai Shelton had it tip right off his hands, and it's 4th down.
What a change of events that would have been. Huh.
Well, just a change of events, though, of 2 stops now from the Quakers defense.
Oh, yeah.
On the last 2 Moses Brown possessions.
And their offense has shown they can march now. It's almost a turn of the tides right now.
High snap, brought down, big kick that comes from Littlejohn. Will bounce. Craddock will walk away from it. This one's going to take a Saints roll. They're blowing it around. And it'll finally stop down inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And we'll get 1st and 10 with 5 and change left to go from that 13-yard line.
Give it the curling sweep.
Ocean State FNL, a Thanksgiving special brought to you by Precision Home Lending, the LaPointe Insurance Agency. Michael Lima, attorney at law. Remax, the Alba Group. Perino Properties, buy a home you'll love. By Batola Italian Restaurant, voted best pizza in Rhode Island. And by RR Elite Recruits. 1st and 10. And they bottled everybody up.
Yeah.
And they will set that one forward progression given, and so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Picaro takes a snap, handoff to Craddock. Miles Craddock found a seam. Miles Craddock still going as he hurdles over, and Craddock will get hauled down at the 47-yard line. A big pickup for Miles Craddock and a 1st and 10 for the Quakers.
There you go. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Quakers trying to get something on the board here before the halftime break. They're going to spot the ball at the 45. Picaro handoff again, this time through the middle. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 after the carry. Three and change left to go here in the half. Picaro rifles one, cut by Matt Zadie.
Splitting the defense right there. Great little throw on the inside.
And a 1st and 10 for the Quakers.
No huddle.
At the 38-yard line, no huddle. Yeah, they want to go quickly, and it's Craddock. Craddock just got lit up at the 35.
Keep going, keep going.
They're going to go quick again. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Picaro takes a snap, rolls, looks, fires, and that one just off the fingertips of Dobrin, and McCann Carter had it go off of his mitt. So 3rd and 5. As the ball still sits at that 35-yard line.
If you're Moses Brown, I think you got to run it again. That's where you've been picking up most of your yards right now.
Picaro, high snap, pulled it down. Time to throw, and overthrows Dobrin. 4th and 5 from the 35. So that one run by Craddock now all of a sudden has stalled on the last few plays.
Big play right here for Moses Brown.
Fourth and 5 from the 35. High snap, pulled down again by Picaro. Bing chasing Picaro again, and he just throws it into the ground.
Tough break for Moses Brown. They had such a good drive, marching, and they just got stopped right on that last set of downs.
So a 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Saints after the turnover on downs. And a 1st and 10 with 2.5 to go.
Bunch set on the near side.
Snap, plenty of time, and this time it's the Moses Brown defense getting to Wolf.
That was a good change in scenery for Moses Brown on the defensive side. I think that's the first sack by them today.
Yeah, Parker Kroll got around the back end and was able to wrap up Wolf and bring him down. And 2nd down and very long. Wolf, empty backfield. Looking, throws, and tripping and falling was a combo. And it brings up 3rd down. And if you're Moses Brown, you want to try to make a stop on this play right here in hopes that you can get the ball back with a little bit of time left on the clock and see if maybe, just maybe, you can air one out and actually make a connection. Might be able to break the bagel on the left side of the scoreboard before half.
Yeah, this would be a great time for a stop.
Wolf, time, throwing downfield. Oh my goodness! Right through the mitts of Ocampo.
And that's been the story of most of today. Just great passes by Wolf, and just the wide receivers of St. Ray's just barely missing out on these catches.
And there's the leadership of Wolf immediately on the sideline, came right over to Ocampo and just grabbed him and gave him a hug, hit him on the helmet and said, "You're all right, you're all right." That's a veteran in Wolf against the sophomore of Ocampo. This one will get settled at the 30-yard line, and will stop play with 1:08 left to go. And nobody has called a timeout yet in this game. So Moses Brown's going to work with 3 timeouts to go.
This is almost a make or break drive right here for Moses Brown to end the half.
The referee coming over to have a conversation with as one of these St. Ray's coaches, or he's coming over to have a conversation with the clock operator over in the corner. So it looks like they're going to reset the game clock to 1:38.
Wow. That changes everything if you're a Moses Brown fan.
Yeah, they added 30 seconds on the clock. The clock was showing 1:08, and they set it to 1:38.
Wow. That is huge.
So 1st and 10 for the Quakers with all 3 of their timeouts and 1:38 on the clock. Snap to Ocampo. Looking, firing. Oh, almost intercepted by Pilardi. Was intended for Dobrin. And Pilardi almost had a second ball intercepted.
That could have been dangerous for the Rays, for the St. Rays right there.
Timeout called by the referees. As they're going to reset the clock again, this time to 1:22.
1:30, I believe.
Or 1:30, so they set it to 1:30. They took 8 seconds off of the clock on that play and set it to 1:30. Craddock to the side of Picaro. Pulled back. Picaro fires that one. Caught at the sideline by Villay. And he gets out of bounds. So 3rd and 3.
If you're Moses Brown, do you think about the run right here? It's been working fairly well the past couple of times for them.
You might be right. I think you go run, get the first down, call a timeout. Craddock is going to take it. Craddock's going to run, slides as he gets the first down.
Looked like he had a chance to go out of bounds. I don't know about the slide.
Well, he's going to stop the clock for a moment while they set the chains. And the ball is set, and they'll restart the clock. And a snap by Picaro, and that one is just busted, and the flag's going to fly for intentional grounding.
Ugh, and that just ruins all their progress right there on that last first down stretch, or on that last chain.
Intentional grounding on Picaro. It's a loss of down, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll mark off the penalty yardage as well. And it's going to put the ball back at the 25-yard line. So 15-yard penalty.
From about the 29, you got to go to the opponent 49.
2nd and 25. 103 to the half. Picaro takes a snap, looking, throwing. That one is not caught. They're going to say it bounced up off the turf, and Pilardi again almost had an interception.
He's been all over the ball tonight. He's probably due for one at least in the second half.
3rd and 25. Ocampo is standing way back at the 45. You almost feel like they're playing just a cover or prevent defense.
Play the sticks. Play the sticks.
Expecting this pass to be very downfield. Snap taken, hand off, goes to Craddock. Craddock goes nowhere.
I wasn't sure about that play call if you're Moses Brown. I mean, you got 3rd and long. I feel like you need to pass do a quick pass and just get up field as much as you can. Now you're just given the opportunity to St. Ray's with 49 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, timeout called by the Saints tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. A trio of games: East Providence, LaSalle, West Warwick, Coventry, Cranston East, Cranston West. Wake up and start your Thanksgiving morning with us right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Who needs the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? You got us.
Nope. Don't need it.
I more appreciate the Tournament of Roses parade on New Year's Day because the floats are just so amazing every year. Really excited to see what comes up this year.
And for the most part, for the Macy's Day, it's always the same thing.
It's the same balloons. It's, the same performances, just of different people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of become, that got tipped. It's going to get caught and brought down at the 26-yard line, and Ian Bing got a hand to that. 1st and 10 for the Saints.
It almost looked like a muffed punt. He just caught it wrong and just popped up on him.
I think Bing might have gotten a hand to it.
But that changes everything for St. Ray's right now. You're in striking distance now, and you've shown all day tonight of you can get it in the end zone if you want to.
Yeah, Wolf's going to have weapons to pick from here. They're going to put Muse Ocampo and McCann Carter out to one side. Julius in the backfield. Wolf looks, fires one to Littlejohn. Littlejohn to the 10-yard line.
Great little play right there inside. Just get those yaks.
A 1st and 10.
Quick
as
snap.
they'll stop the clock. 36 for a second until they shoved that one to the end zone. And Julius just absolutely muscled that thing.
All they needed was less than 20 seconds, never mind 40 seconds. Wow.
Aaron Julius just straight muscled that. And great play by Wolf to go with the quick snap. As Jonah Costa will line up to kick. Taking all the time they can on the play clock. Costa, kick up. Kick is good. 20-0 Saints as we sit shy of 20 seconds to go in the first half, and Julius and Kamari Brown have taken a seat on the bench. Wolf probably is about to, and I think we're going to see a very different Saints lineup in the second half.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him.
Sir, you're right in front of a live TV camera. Sir, you're right in front of a live TV camera. Excuse me, sir, you're right in front of a live TV camera. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to see a very different Saints lineup in the second half, 20-0, and you start to think, you know, this being a Thanksgiving game doesn't ride on the season. Start to take a look at your future. Start to take a look at what next year is going to look like for the Saints.
But then again, at the same time, this is the last hurrah for your seniors. You want them,
Put
to
him
have
back.
fun.
Put him back in for a series, like you know, in the fourth quarter of the game. Just like let him get one more chance to go out on the field and bring him off the field. But you know, at the same time, as Costa's going to line drive that one. And they'll bring it back to the 48-yard line.
Have them run all the fun plays in the playbook, you know.
Yeah, it was East-West last year where West decided to do that, and they brought Kellen Cornell, then a freshman, now sophomore quarterback, out onto the field for the first time, and Cornell rifles one to Hudson Carvalho, and West walks off with the victory. And Kellen Cornell then comes back this year and goes on to lead the Falcons to the playoffs. First home playoff game in Cranston West history, or because they actually have a home field now, as Craddock carries that one out to the wing. Muse pushed Craddock out of bounds. They're going to say it 2nd and 5 with seconds left to play here in the half. Do you try to just bomb one?
You got to.
Snap to Picaro. Picaro looks. That one's going to get picked by McCann Carter.
Uh-oh.
Ethan McCann
Here we go.
Carter.
Here we go.
Picaro to beat. Craddock to beat. McCann Carter hauled down at the 3. And there's .9 showing on the scoreboard.
Wow.
Ethan McCann Carter almost had the pick 6. .9 on the scoreboard. Do you shove it up the gut again, or do you kick and take the 3 and get the points and just go to the locker room? You're in a commanding lead. Costa's got the T on in his hand. He thought he was going. They're going to send the offense out.
You got
Wolf and Muse go out with Julius, McCann Carter, Ocampo. They're going to send the main offense out. They've got Little John to the side.
Go for gold. Why
From
not?
the 6-yard line. Throwing, intercepted, and a wide open sideline. Craddock, is it Craddock? It's the 15, no, it's not Craddock. But it's hauled all the way back to the 20, and the 22 of Aaron Julius makes the stop, and they preserve the shutout. It's 20-0 at the half. St. Ray's in commanding fashion in the Battle of State Champions over the Moses Brown Quakers. We'll take the halftime break and be right back. You're watching Ocean State FNL, a Thanksgiving special on Fans Only Sports Network.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field.
As we welcome you back to Burleson Family Field here on the campus of Brown University, third quarter action about to get underway. And it's the St. Ray Saints all over the Moses Brown Quakers. Costa will send that one out of bounds and the flag will fly. So the Quakers will get offense to start, as they'll put the ball 1st and 10 from the 35. Matt Jones alongside Cam Martin. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening here on Fans Only Sports Network. We build this game state champ versus state champ, but it's been one state champ that's really had the knockout in the first two rounds.
Yeah, one state champ has showed up in the first half. Hopefully Moses Brown can turn it around right here with this good field position.
Quakers will start 1st and 10 from the 35. Picaro and Craddock in the backfield behind Picaro. Picaro takes a snap, handoff to Craddock. Craddock will roll for about 3 and sets a 2nd and 7. It's again Kamari Brown who met him for the tackle. So 2nd and 7.
Nice little pickup.
A nice little pickup is right as it goes for 2nd, and they'll say it's going to be 3rd and 3. After that little pass, little shot pass to Valet. Moses Brown came into this game undefeated on the season. There's just bragging rights associated to this game. They can still say they had an undefeated season. As Craddock will pick up a first down to the 45, across it to the 44.
Great little rush right there by Craddock up the middle, having all your blockers pave you a path. Good run.
They'll spot the ball at the 45, so it's where his knee went down, and it's 1st and 10 from the 45. Trying to air one out, but nothing there as it's another blown up play in the backfield. And 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and the St. Ray's coach looking for an intentional grounding right there, but it looked like he was outside of the blocker's line.
Yeah, they did get an intentional grounding earlier in the first half. So I'd see why they'll look for that one again. So 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Craddock again split off to the side, pistol formation. Picaro hauls that one down, throws. It goes, they're going to say incomplete, as it was intended for below, and he couldn't hold on. So 3rd down. Not exactly the way you wanted to start if you were the Quakers.
No, I mean, for the most part today, as soon as they've gotten into the opponent's side of the field, they just have blanks on offense.
Picaro got that one connected to Dobrin, but it's not going to be enough for a first down.
About 2 yards short, it looks like.
4th and 1, they call it. So decision time for the Quakers as Picaro goes back to the pocket.
Quakers got to run it again. Right at the gut.
Picaro takes a snap, handoff to Craddock. Craddock goes right through the gut. Miles Craddock, good night. Craddock, touchdown.
Right up the gut.
Craddock went up the gut and then some as the bagel is finally broken on the left side of the scoreboard, and the Quakers are on the board.
And great little run right there. Great blocking all around. Just perfect design by Moses Brown on that run.
So now an opportunity to add one to it. As Ballou sets for the point after, and it's up, and it is good. And with 8:40 left to go here in the third, the Quakers finally on the board as they lead 20-7. Or sorry, as the St. Ray Saints lead 20-7 over the Quakers.
And that was very close to being blocked too by St. Ray's.
So the Saints will have an opportunity to answer for the first time in this second half as Moses Brown actually won the toss and deferred into the second half. So that's why they received the kick to begin this half.
So after that long chat, you may maybe start to creep in maybe the thought of Moses Brown thinking about doing an onside kick.
It would not
I wouldn't be
be
surprised.
out of the realm of possibility, and it would behoove them to start to think about things like that as you tick into the late stages. Blue set to kick this one off. Julius and Ocampo back deep for the Saints.
Do have room right up the middle. It's little Pat McAfee action.
They're going to send that one as a line drive. It will get picked up by Ocampo. He'll take it back to the 35, 36 yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Saints. So 1st and 10 from the 35.
End around.
And that one goes nowhere. They gain a yard on the play, set 2nd and 9.
Showing zone.
Wolf throws one all the way downfield, and it goes off of the fingertips of McCann Carter.
And like how we were talking earlier, just the little miscommunication between Wolf and his wide receivers are just taking away these great throws by him.
He is just a shade off. It is like a hair of timing difference, and Wolf has 7 or 8 completed passes, and we're talking about a very different ball game.
Yes, and they've been good reads overall, like the one that we saw in the middle of the second quarter, had his man beat and on the right sideline.
Moses Muse up the middle. And it's now 4th and 2 all of a sudden.
And they're going to go no huddle.
Aaron Julius, 1st down.
And we got a man down for the St. Rays, it looks like. Oh.
It's Kamari Brown, and we're not going to mention on air.
Low blow. Low blow.
The ref's taking points away for that one.
Would it be 2?
So Kamari Brown will come off and get a sip of Gatorade, water, etc.
Ice pack.
Wolf sets 1st and 10. Hand out to Julius, who will carry that one for a yard before he's pushed back. And I'll set a 2nd down and 9.
He's right back in it.
And Kamari Brown is back on the line for the Saints. Missed all of one play. Pass play to Muse. We'll get them to the 45-yard line and a third down, manageable now at third and we'll call it 4.
It seems as though St. Ray's forte has been these quick passes over the middle, just in between the numbers, just get it to them and let them work.
So Wolf again as he goes on a short play run up the gut. And the Saints are headed away as they're going to call first down. So they did get enough for it, and it's 1st and 10. And it kind of stinks in this third quarter as the Saints are running away from what was a great shot for us. That's our precision home lending end zone camera. That's on the other side of Burleson Field.
You see the little specks out there.
Maybe in the fourth quarter we'll get a play down there. As Wolf will hand that one off to Muse. And Muse will carry that one up the center. And it'll set 2nd and 5.
Gonna have to pinch in on the phone just to see it a little better.
Chromecast it to your TV.
Yep.
it'll look a lot better.
The specs look like blobs now. Perfect.
Great, awesome.
Sick.
Matt Gillis alongside Cam Martin from Burleson Family Field here at Brown University. We will be split tomorrow. Cam is headed to West Warwick as the West Warwick Wizards take on the Coventry Oakers tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. I will be at Stebbins Field at Cranston Stadium for the 49th annual East-West game.
Get the nice box, too.
Chris Heatu and Tim Duffy will be at Pierce Memorial for East Providence LaSalle as Fans Only Sports Network on Turkey Day is going to be your home for Ocean State football. Snap and a handoff to Julius in the backfield. He's going to get just shy of the first down. I think they're going to call this one maybe 2 yards shy. Nope, they're going to give it to him.
And Aaron looks to be a little...
Julius is going to come and take a play off and...
Walking very gingerly back to the sidelines.
Yeah, and a moment that you kind of missed for a second as we were watching Julius was McCann Carter and Miles Craddock giving each other a hug and a pat on the top of the head. McCann Carter is senior. He's done. Craddock is a junior. He'll be back next year. Pitch play. A combo on the end around will get shoved out of bounds.
Decided to run it again. Why not?
And it's going to set 2nd down and 5. As the clock continues to tick away here in the third quarter. throw and almost picked off as Wolf rifled one intended for Curran. And it was off of the fingertips. Dobrin had an opportunity on it, and I think it was Shelton that had it go right off the edge of his fingertips before it hit the turf. So third down. Jacques got hit hard as he rolled that one up, enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Saints.
Keep running the rock. It's been the MO for St. Ray's for this drive. Start the third quarter.
They probably have to run about 2 more plays before this will bring us to the third quarter break. Quick handoff. Jacques again. Gets about 6 on that play. It's going to set 2nd and 4, and that'll take us to the end of the third. That'll take us to the end of the third. It's all Saints. It's 20-7 after 3. 1 quarter left to play. You're watching Ocean State FNL, a Thanksgiving special on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
As we welcome you back for the fourth quarter, we started at 50 degrees. It's dropped down to 43 degrees. And if it stays anything like this tomorrow morning, a box of coffee will be needed.
If I were to guess the temperature before you said 43, I would say you're lying if you said it was 43 out. It feels like almost 32.
It's, yeah.
Right around that.
It's 43 with a lot of wind chill.
Not a crazy amount, though.
Hey, there's our end zone camera with a pretty good look at the play. As that's going to get sent in. And they say ball out, Miles. Moses Brown's pointing, saying it's our ball. Craddock's pointing and saying it's our ball. So too is most of his Moses Brown teammates.
They're saying no.
And the referees say no. But it's going to be 4th down and 1. No, they gave it to him. They got the yard, so first and goal. From the 9.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wolf throwing, firing, touchdown, McCann Carter.
Have a day, McCann Carter. 2 touchdowns on the day now.
And Ethan McCann Carter brings it to 26-7 for the Saints. As they will line up to take the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 27-7 Saints. It has been absolutely all Saints since the opening kickoff. And there's been nothing that the Quakers can do about it.
No. I mean, it's been a dominant football game by the St. Rays, both on defense and offense. They've been spectacular.
They're 11 minutes and 19 seconds away from being able to brag that they're the better of the state champs between at least Division II and Division III. And they'll say that for all intent and purpose, Moses Brown did not have an undefeated season.
No. No.
Costa to kick. Will go on side kick. Awkward situation for the Saints to do as it's scooped up by Massimo Villay. And Villay's tackled at the 48. $11:13 left to go. First and 10 for the Quakers from the 47. Craddock, Miles Craddock, still on his feet, hitting the X button and down to the 19.
What a run. Just a burst of speed from Craddock right as soon as he got that ball. He's trying to say, game's not over.
Miles Craddock is playing Madden on a real-life field.
Speed boost.
Had a little stutter step, couple of spin moves in there. Hitting that X button.
All we needed is the hurdle.
All right, all we needed was the hurdle.
All we needed.
All we needed was the hurdle. Picaro takes that snap. He's chased by Bing. He's just going to get rid of it. That's going to be incomplete for second down. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Precision Home Lending, by the LaPointe Insurance Agency, Michael Lima, attorney at law, Remax, the Alba Group, Perino Properties, buy a home you love at perinoproperties.com, by Batola, voted the best pizza in Rhode Island, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Where athletes looking to play at the next level be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits, as Picaro just handed that one off. Little pitch play. And it's bottled up right back at the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. And again, Kamari Brown on the stop for the Saints.
The run game isn't broke. Don't fix it. It's the MO for Moses Brown on this drive.
3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Long pass. Oh my goodness! Picaro got hit by Bing and had it in the hands of Dobrin, who then on the other side gets hit by Littlejohn.
That was almost beautiful. Last ditch throw, almost caught at the point of contact too. Wow.
If that gets caught by Dobrin, it would have been a touchdown.
And that changes the game completely.
William Ferrara is warming up on the sideline with Daniel Wolf, which would lead me maybe to believe that we're going to see Ferrara as another attempt goes from Picaro to Dobrin incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs, and it's 1st and 10.
Wolf's coming back in the game.
So Wolf keeps his arm warm and trots back in.
Probably one more series for him, and then, or no, they're calling it a night on Wolf.
Yeah, so Wolf went to trot out, and they say no. Wolf is off. Muses is off as well. Littlejohn's walking to the sideline. So too is McCann Carter. And the day
And that's
is
their night.
done, and a timeout called by St. Ray's. To get everything set. But for McCann Carter, Robert Littlejohn, Scott Pollardy, Colin Fonseca, Moses Musden, Wolf. For Wolf, it's just a night. For Muse and those other gentlemen we mentioned, it's a career in the purple and gold. Connor Curran, Chris Molina, who also had some key plays earlier in the game, done as well. And Ken Jock, the junior, will go in at quarterback. Pollardy's out there. As Jock hands that one off, and it's carried up the middle. And it's the 44 of Chris Molina.
Yeah, big defensive change here by Moses Brown.
Yeah, Moses Brown changed literally everybody on defense. As they just seal 8 and change left to go in this game and a 20-point lead. And I think you start to just realize, hey, let's just give everybody a chance to play. Jock takes a handoff, fakes to Molina, and then will take it himself up the middle. Huge run. He's going to get across the 30-yard line on a first down. They'll stop the clock to set the chains on the ball and then restart. Jock, handoff to Pollardy. Pallardy on the end around, and he's going to pick up another first down. Takes a village to put on these games each and every week across the entire state. We thank you so much for all of you who have tuned in. Brady Kudo, Noah Robert, Tim Duffy, Ron Robert, myself, who have been a part of St. Ray's and Moses Brown games this year. Cam Martin with me tonight.
Chris Hetu.
I mentioned him already.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I mentioned him. He's been a part of things. Just talking about people who've been a part of St. Ray's and Moses Brown games throughout the season. But to all that being said, by the time we wrap tomorrow, we'll have done about 40 high school football broadcasts this season. And with that, the 45 members of the Ocean State FNL staff that traverse the Ocean State throughout the season to be able to put together all of the games. A lot of sleepless nights for some of us who do a game on Friday and then a game on Saturday. Just take a nap.
Just a nice nap.
Just a nice nap in between games. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And a 1st and 10 for the Moses Brown Quakers at the 45-yard line. And the Quakers have a very different look now on offense. Picaro will trot out, though. And there's a complete mix-up of St. Ray's on defense, and they got to be very careful here to not get caught with too many men on the field. Picaro takes a snap, handoff in the backfield. It's bottled up right away at the line of scrimmage. And St. Ray's is saying they have the ball. The referees are saying no, and it's 2nd down and 9. Inside of 6 to go. End around play, blown up in the backfield. That time the ball is loose, and St. Ray's has the ball. No question about it that time. Brady Magris. And Ian Bing combined for the strip and the fumble recovery. Five and change left to go. Jock hands that one off for Molina. Molina will barrel forward for about 4.
Yeah, it was a nice little run right there. Just even with this player on his back, he still managed to pick up 4.
So 2nd down and 6. after the pickup. Jacques on the keep. Gets 3 on the play. Third down. As we creep inside of 4 minutes left to go. One more chance to look at our brand new precision home lending end zone cam. Probably won't see the end zone again tonight.
You never know.
Blown up in the backfield. It'll be 4th down as Jacques handed that one off. And it went right to Logan Magris, and Magris got blown up in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play. 4th and 6. Jacques all day. Can Jacques first down and then some? And he gets ripped down and a flag flies. Kenny Jacques just took matters into his own hands.
Yeah, and a great little run right there. Just a make-up play right there, and just able to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's going to get an extra 15 on top of it for the personal foul. And they're going to crank the clock. And the Saints can just shepherd this one to the finish line. You're right. I jinxed myself because we're pretty close to being an end zone cam location.
We're in the red zone right now.
Ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Chris Molina. Big body moving. Will barrel that one to the 11-yard line.
Keep chugging.
It's there.
We promise it's there.
It's there. You can see it on your screen right now, the shot from the end zone from the Precision Home Lending camera. As the St. Ray's Saints sit at the 11-yard line. Snap. Big body moving through the center. Big man scoring! Touchdown!
Oh,
Saints!
Just short. He marked it a yard short.
That was the 55 of Lawrence Thornton that was just punching one, and they are going to say down at the 1. Oh, my goodness. No. Why?
Gonna give it to him
Why,
again.
referee? Why?
Give it to the big man.
Thornton. Push. Touchdown, Thornton.
There we go.
$33-7. And the defensive end center double, Lawrence Thornton, will get a touchdown in this one. In his last game in purple and gold, he gets his first touchdown because he plays a position that never scores.
It's a nice way to go out.
Give it to the center who snaps the ball so many times. As the kick is up and the kick is good. It's 34-7. This game is all but over. And the Saints will go back to Pawtucket with all of the bragging rights available. They won the rivalry game against Moses Brown, and the two teams came in, state champ and state champ, and the St. Ray's Saints will get to say we're the better of the two.
And rightfully so. Like we mentioned earlier, they have been so dominant in the run game, in the passing game, and on defense, their pass rush has been so great all day. All day.
Today's game is brought to you by Precision Home Lending, the LaPointe Insurance Agency. By Michael Lima, attorney at law. Remax, the Alba Group. We also want to thank Perino Properties, Patola Italian Restaurant, and our elite recruits for also sponsoring tonight's game and Ocean State FNL football throughout the season. Scooped up off the turf by Speed. Back to the 35-yard line and across to the 36-37. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Quakers with 1:10 left to go. I want to thank everyone from both St. Ray's and Moses Brown athletics departments, Brown University and the Brown University Athletics Facilities team, helping get all of our stuff off the ground today. It may be a small and low-level stadium, but it is a beautiful facility here at Burleson Family Field to be able to play a football game.
Without a doubt. If you have the opportunity to play a football game at a college,
even if it's their practice field, even if it's their practice stadium, you just get to say, I played at a Division I Ivy League college stadium. Even if it's their auxiliary stadium like it is here at Burleson Family Field, still an experience. That one's going to get blown up right at the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it. The St. Ray's Saints come into Providence and absolutely blow up the Moses Brown Quakers. And Moses Brown called a timeout with 5 seconds left.
Oh, my.
Or at least they say so. And they say no. They're going to run the clock, and that'll do it. 34-7, the Saints defeat the Moses Brown Quakers. And the battle between two division state champions ends with the Saints getting the bragging rights.
What a game. What a game.
Ethan McCann, Carter, Moses Muse, Daniel Wolf, phenomenal on offense. Ian Bing is just a sophomore. An unreal job on defense.
Yeah, and he was pressuring Moses Brown quarterback all day today.
Picaro had absolutely no time to pass.
Yeah, it seemed as though almost 1 out of every 4 or 5 passes that he was just right there in his face.
It is freezing cold here, so we're going to just say farewell. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone around the Ocean State. If you're joining us tomorrow morning for more football, we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. kickoff time. West Warwick Coventry, East Providence LaSalle, and the 49th annual East-West game between Cranston East and Cranston West. For us here at Burleson Family Field on the campus of Brown University, for Cam Martin, I'm Matt Jolis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.